Hello and welcome back to UX at Bytex, the video series dedicated to the intricacies of UX design. My name is Mihai and today I'll talk about how to properly collaborate within complex multi-layered projects. After Yulia and Alex have gone through our design process and ideation exercises in our previous videos, so make sure to check them out by the way. Now it's my turn. So follow me in the next minute as I share some insights that I've gathered over the years on how to properly align with developers and stakeholders. As creatives, we need to strike the right balance between giving and following directions, a task more often easier said than done. Because of this, in order to ensure that expectations are always met, we need to make the most out of the tools we have at hand. For example, first and foremost, there is team strategy, which gives a common direction and an actionable long-term plan for the parties involved. Then there is designOps, whose goal is to establish processes and measures that support scalable solutions, followed by cross-team collaboration, which allows people with different areas of expertise to work together, achieving a common goal. Finally, measuring impact, which often refers to quantitative measurements. Follow the data to see if the solution you offer is as valuable as you envision. As UX designers, we are used to working with perspectives. We often need to wear multiple hats in order to understand different viewpoints, and here's where our empathy muscles comes into play. Sure, working in collaborative environments is great, but in order for it to be successful, we need to follow a set of basic best practices, such as constant interaction with other designers, mindfulness of the fact that the design and development team is in the same boat and we're working together towards a common goal, constant awareness of sales and marketing priorities, and transparency towards stakeholders and clients. On this note, one question that frequently pops up is how UX designers collaborate with developers. The most common answer is, well, it depends. What is the balance though is being aware of a set of principles. Mutual respect towards each other's expertise. We are all professionals, so we need to learn to listen to each other. Proper communication techniques. We need to be able to stand by our opinions and should leave subjectivity out of the equation. Proactiveness. We should provide design specifications on time rather than having developers constantly buzz us. It can get annoying and can lead to awkward situations. More often than not, designers tend to ignore the skill of facilitation. As UXers, we are responsible for translating the client's vision into codable design. And we do that by facilitating discussions, workshops, interviews, or similar activities. And here comes my favorite part of the video. How can we sustain a healthy relationship with stakeholders? It may come as a surprise, but the answer is, once again, it depends. There are several things to consider, with the biggest one being the context of the project. You can work with a startup or a large organization, being part of a bigger dedicated team, or you can be a sole designer acting pretty much like a lone wolf. Regardless of the setting, there are a few tips that if we follow, we can keep the collaboration healthy and rewarding. Let's start with setting expectation. It's crucial that at the beginning of any project, we inform the stakeholders about the design process, what they should expect from us and when. Remember that for a business, predictability is very important. During the collaboration, it's important to maintain a transparent approach and provide constant updates on our work progress. Proper feedback loops can considerably reduce the risk of going off the rails with our designs. When it comes to decision making, that's a tricky one. We need to make sure that we're always ready to explain the reasons behind our decision. You win some, you lose some. But it's important to always strive for what's in the user's best interest and for the value that you can bring to a business. Consider stakeholders as your users and try to adapt to each one's personality. Learn what they like or dislike and find your way into their trust zone. One great trick to keep a healthy relationship with stakeholders is to always provide more than one variation to what we work on and present them with arguments. So don't be afraid to bring your own ideas to the table. The more they understand where we are coming from, the easier it will be to align on the important things. To wrap up today's video, when it comes to efficient collaboration, we talk about balance, mindfulness, and reason. I hope you find these tips as useful as I did when I first got a hold of them. And if you have any other topics in mind that you'd be interested in hearing about from us, just leave a comment below. We'll make sure to address them in our next video. Thanks for watching.